My. Oh my goodness, are we live? Are we live? That is the question. We are live. Hello, internet buddies. Hello, Lana. Nice to see you as always. I am so excited. We are starting the Banner Saga tonight. I am so happy to not have to play random games anymore and to have a night series too. Oh my goodness, this is going to be so awesome. Oh man, new game, totally. The story in the Banner Saga changes based on the choices you make. You will occasionally switch between lead characters, witnessing the story unfold from different perspectives. The gods are dead. In their wake, man and giant survived through a tenuous alliance, driving black destroyers called Dredge deep into the northern wastes. Now is an era of growth and trade. Life goes on. Only one thing has stopped: the sun. Valkyrie says, hello, I'm lurking because you're in the middle of playing Magic the Gathering. Awesome. Well, I appreciate the lovely lurk. Hello, Abby. Nice to see you. Nice to see you too, Davies. And hello, Not Yet Human.
Að sjá dreggjan á ferlinu vor. It has been several long months on the road. The first signs of snowfall accost us on our approach to Strand, largest of the trade cities on the Val-human borders, and our last collection before returning to the capital. Several days ago, the sun simply came to a stop in the sky. Though during these long winter days, none of us can be certain how long it has been this way. Some of the men in the caravan have taken it as a dire omen. I am not quick to superstition, but I myself will be glad to be done with this year's rounds. We have been warned by stranded travelers about brigands on the path through Ridgehorn, our road home. Our captain seems unconcerned. Perhaps he is as eager as I to be done here. We will rest here this day and inquire further when we speak to the governor.
Oh wow, what a great cinematic opening. Alright. So I got the YouTube comments to work for now. So hello, Luke from YouTube. Tutor says hello. Can't stay long, just hopping in. Okay, Tutor, that's fine. I appreciate it. Abby says I'm the only one who isn't a mod. New game I see. Yes, this is a new game. I don't want two different time slots for the games, so I decided to play one game on my 2 nights off a week. That will be random, and one game during the day, which will be Baldur's Gate. One Overseer. Hiya, this game? What's this game and where can I buy it? I know from the art style and North Rambling that I would love it. This is called the Banner Saga, and all 3 parts of it are going to be available on Steam, Overseer. If you would like, I will post it in the Rickety Bridges Internet Buddies Discord for you. Okay. You've arrived just in time. The chieftain in red and his men are now looking at a tougher fight than they bargained for. Drag around the screen to see your surroundings and click the check mark to continue. Okay, So I can make the map smaller, bigger, depending on the context. Okay, cool. These portraits show the order of initiative, taking turns from right to left. Your allies are blue. The enemy is red. It's now your turn to act. Okay, cool. Alright, so we got this big guy here. Some characters fill more tiles than others. The Horned Allies are a race of giants called Varl, who take up 4 tiles each, while the humans fill a single tile. This can have a huge impact on your strategy. Okay, interesting. So the bigger creatures have 4 tiles. Okay, cool. Click the tile you want to move to, and then click check mark to confirm. Okay, cool. So, what's the premise, says Luke? Okay, so this is a world where there's giants, these Varl creatures, and there's humans, and a while ago, the sun stopped. They killed one of the Norse gods, and the sun stopped. Luke, that is the premise, Luke from YouTube. Question, link to your Discord server, Rick? Abby, I will do that before the end of the day. You know what? Let me just get on my phone real quick and handle that now. Hope you guys are having a beautiful, beautiful day. I am having a great day. Okay. We're going to copy the link and we're going to put it in the Twitch chat here. Luke, I just want to tell you, thank you so much for watching on YouTube, but sometimes the YouTube chat doesn't like to work, so I would highly recommend that if you do want to take part in the live chat to head over to Twitch here. Okay, let's see. Yeah, guys, I have been doing this for only a couple of days, so yes. Okay, I put the link to the Discord in the chat. That sounds like something Euron Greyjoy would do, says Luke. Very interesting. Yeah, for sure. And Luke, if you would like to join the Discord, the link is in the Twitch for you as well. I don't know how to bring it to YouTube too, so sorry for my technical deficiencies. But yes, Euron Greyjoy would totally get rid of a god. Okay. So, I played this game for a couple hours like last year, and I've been wanting to play it again. I just had too many awesome games that came out. Okay. So, click the tile you want to move to and click the check mark to confirm. Okay. We're moving over here. To target an enemy, click the tile where they stand. Ally tiles are blue and enemies are red. Target the enemy by clicking the tile. Okay. You can choose to either attack the enemy's strength or to break his armor. The numbers are beneath each icon, 2 and 5. Okay, so everybody has 2 health bars. See that blue 4? That's his armor health bar. And the red one is his health. Abby says, I joined, but it is invalid. No, Abby, I got the notification you're in the Discord. So, I will DM you the link if it doesn't work when I'm off stream, okay, buddy? Overseer says, I'm not a huge boar myth buff myself, but I know a little bit, and this sounds like a fun time. I agree. This is going to be a very fun time. Okay, so let's break his armor. Strength counts as both health and damage. At the loss of 2 strengths means you'll do 2 less damage. If strength falls to 0, the character falls in battle. Okay. Armor blocks strength damage, but can be reduced by a break attack. By breaking armor, you can open them up to take more damage in the future. Okay. Okay, got it. The enemy has only 5 strength remaining. Okay. So we can just get him with a strength attack. Okay. Click the fist and confirm the choice. Okay. There we go. He's down. Each time you make a kill, your renown grows, which is used to improve your characters. Okay, cool. After taking an action, your turn ends. Next up is the enemy. The turns always alternate even when you're outnumbered. Okay, that's good. So the enemy can't, like, dogpile you and stuff. Okay, that's cool, that's cool. Okay, so let's see. The enemy is up next. Despite being at full strength, the chieftain will do little damage against your shield banger's high armor. That's good. Okay. Now it's your Warhawk's turn. He appears to be out of range for these enemies, but characters can use willpower to boost their actions. Willpower is a limited resource. Use it wisely. Okay, willpower, 8 out of 8. Okay, cool. Okay. Yeah, we are learning this beautiful indie game. Unfortunately, I don't have a Discord or Twitch, and technical circumstances outside my control prevent me from making new accounts at this time, so I guess I'm stuck with YouTube, says Luke. You know what, Luke? That is totally okay, my friend. If those issues persist, I will always be on YouTube for you. If you enjoy the series, you can always watch. I just can't promise I'll always be able to see your comments. Hopefully I'll have it figured out. Because I am very new at this, so... Standard attacks only affect a single enemy, but your Warhawk has a special ability. Okay, cool. I can click on his tile. Oh, I can use Tempest, so he spins. Nice. Whoa! He just wrecked both of them. Okay, so Tempest is like an area of effect attack. Cool. Okay. That made quick work of the chieftain's bodyguards, but there's only one enemy left. Players enter pillage mode. During pillage, each character moves in order, and there are no more guaranteed turns. Check the initiative to see how the order changed. Your allies will now get to move twice in a row. Okay, that's cool. If a character does not move on his turn, he can rest and gain 1 willpower. Okay. So you can attack and still get willpower back if you don't do a movement. Okay, that's good to know. Good for strategy here. Looks like the chieftain is in some trouble. Your shield banger won't be able to finish the job, but with a normal attack, but willpower can be used to boost your damage. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, let's do that. Let's use a willpower. Okay. Cool. Abby says the Discord worked. Yay. Yay, Abby. I'm glad to see ya. I'm glad to see ya, buddy. Okay, 8 renown. That's really good. Nice.
Like a rabid wolf, that one. How did it come to this? We fool ourselves believing that peace will last. My grandfather built all this from a poor fishing village, you know. He watched the gods die, watched the chaos that followed, watched man and var slaughter each other, even before the dredge arose. All we've done is traded one struggle for another. Now that there are no more dredge to war against, we war against ourselves. This chieftain meant to kill me, and he's not the first. A dozen families in the city would gladly take my chair. This one had men waylaying merchants, both north and south of the city, strangling trade quite well, I would add, though he denied it to his last. This sort of wolf doesn't stop biting because the head is cut off. It just grows a new head. I'm in a bad way, my friend. Help me finish this fight and I'll gladly send you on your way with double our king's tithe. Take any men you need. They're loyal, I promise you that. They will meet you down in the proving grounds.
Okay. So we were just here collecting the king's taxes, and we came just in time for rebellion. Crazy. Oh my goodness. You're approached by a familiar man who walks in. Step with you as you're leaving the Great Hall. He cuts straight to the chase. Eric, steward of Strand. I manage the governor's business. Ubin, isn't it? I'm just here for the tithe. I'm sure you'll get it, if not more. The governor tells me you'll be giving us a hand. Seems a bit chaotic around here, Eric. It's been worse. We've got lots of irons in the fire. What does he want exactly? Scaflings that you didn't hack up in the Great Hall, scattered after you took out their chieftain. The governor just wants to make sure they stay down. Was hoping you'd join me at the marketplace by the docks. If there's anyone left, don't worry about it. I know who can tell us. Alright. Oh, gotta catch up in chat here. Luke says, hey Rick, have you ever played Suzerain? No, I haven't even heard of that game. Overseer says taxes are theft, man. Stealing from other kingdoms isn't let's raid so we can lower taxes. Hashtag let's not make. Okay. Oh, Overseer says, welcome to the Discord to Abigail. Yeah. The Discord is just a chat session, and Overseer is completely correct. There is a lot of similar Discords that you could join, but the internet buddies are really fun. Abby says 4% battery. Oh no, Abby, get a charger. We don't want you to stop halfway through. This game is too good. Not Yet Human says, I love the art in this game. I do too. Like, can you not tell this was made with, like, supreme love by, like, a very small team that knew what they were doing for sure? Let me handle this. You meander through rows of open-faced houses and eroded stalls. Colored canvases flap on a briny current. One man in particular blanches as you approach. Had, I'm not in the mood today. For what? Talking to an idiot. The scaffolding's chief did bled out about an hour ago, Had. So when you tell me what rat's butt the rest of them crawled back into, no one's gonna try to kill you this time. I don't want to talk. They don't talk to me. I don't have patience for this. Had sweats visibly, fumbling with some dirty trinkets on his table. Wait, just buy one of these. If everyone thinks I'm getting worked over every week, how am I supposed to know how much? Just a little food money, please, yeah? Okay. This dude gives the vibe of, like, a tax collector that just wants to take a nap. So, I'm just gonna do nothing. Eric overturns his flimsy table, scattering Had's assortment of junk across the ground. Gods, Eric, laying it on very heavy, don't you think? Where are the scaffoldings? Noblemen up by East Wall, but that was months ago, last I knew. Had skulks away with a wave of Eric's hand, gathering things from his hovel, disappearing for a while until this blows over, you figure. Your bodyguard steps forward. Are we done here? Gunif, why are you wearing green back at the Great Hall? No, just bought him while you were walking around. Why? You look like a frog. Better than looking like an eggplant. Gunif goes off to look at more stalls. Eric, that man of yours seems unreliable at best. A blind dog wouldn't trust Had, but he used to be scaffolding. If they're licking their wounds, they're probably gone to old haunts, not new ones. Nobleman in Mead Hall? Best I can tell, the name's ironic. Listen, I know a guy who would love to put a few of these skulls in the ground. I'm going to find him. I'll meet you there. Shouldn't we have an approach of some sort? What a luxury. Come on, you've already mopped up the worst today. Just make sure the governor remembers his promise. Double the usual tithe. I'll remind him. Okay, guys. Oh, Liam says, can't stay, but I hope the stream goes well. I'm glad you hope it goes well. So do I. Luke says, dude, Suzerain is a phenomenal game. You basically play a newly elected president in a fictional Cold War world. The story is great with a ton of endings, lots of reading, but it is so well written. Oh, cool, Luke. Well, yeah, I might have to add that to the list. I love turn-based games with a lot of reading because I like doing silly voices, if you can't tell. It's very fun for me. Abigail says you're on a charger. I am very, very glad, Abigail. Overseer says, I like how the Vikings are cleanly. They were historically very strict about hygiene and self-care. Finding hair combs and funeral pyres was pretty common, if I remember correctly. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, Ricky, did you know that Viking is a verb? You Viking someone by going Viking as a Vikinger. Yeah. Viking was a verb. It basically meant to raid. in Norse culture. And then here we are. Okay, let's see. We have the mead house now. So let's go here. You arrive in front of what must be noblemen. A few minutes later, Eric approaches with a weather-beaten man introduced as Valgard. I'll point them out, Eric says over his shoulder. Ready? You're walking through the front door. They ran into the mead house, says Valgard. I'll be surprised if they can stand up straight right now. Oh, okay, here we go. Valgard boots the front door open so hard it won't close again, without repair. As you enter the hall, Eric is already at the head of the table, his axe drawn. Wide-eyed, drunken scaffolding scramble to find their own weapons, turning tables, and mead stains in the process. Ooh, fun. All right, we have another battle. Okay. Let's see what we got here. All right, who goes first? You go first. Okay. Okay, so I'm choosing my starting places. Okay. Okay. Ready. Let's just get on with this thing. Let's do it. Let's be aggressive. Attack him. Attack his armor. Do it. No more armor for you. Okay. Let's do it. Attack. Wait. I can just do 6 damage? Yeah. Take him out. Bam. First enemy down. Let's go. Luke says it's not turn-based, but trust me, it's so worth it. The world the devs have built is so great. There's a DLC with another nation and story, and it has a military campaign. Okay, suzerain. I'll have to keep that in mind. Abby says, so are you playing as a god? No. We're playing as 2 giants and 2 humans right now. The reason why the sun stopped is they killed the god previously. Crusader Chronicles says, yes, I love this game. And then CC and Abby are saying hi to each other. That is so cool. So glad that everyone's saying hi. Makes me happy. We have such a great little community here, and I am so blessed to be able to stream for you guys. This is so fun. Bam, get him. Another one bites the dust. Do. Another one bites the dust. And another one gone, and another one gone. Another one bites the dust. Overseer says, yeah, I've heard of suzerain, or however that's spelled. I have seen it played, and it looked intriguing, but I never checked it out myself. Yeah, I haven't even heard of it before. Yeah, let's just move over here. Let's do an attack, and let's just take him out. Man, these guys have really weak armor. I have a feeling the game is not going to go this well. Okay, go ahead, go over here. Attack him. Let's see if you can just take him down. Take him down. Goodbye. Okay. Take him down. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I made a mistake with the movement. My bad. See, we learn. We learn. It's okay. We're learning. Tell the Twitch gang hi for me, says Luke. Everybody, Luke says hi to the Twitch gang. It's kind of a political management game, says Overseer. It reminded me a little bit of Papers, Please as well. But I can't give you a more in-depth explanation without playing it myself. Yeah, like, as the channel grows, I am definitely open to branching out. But for now, I'm just going to play turn-based games because I feel like these are really good for just keeping up with chat. And I love chatting with chat. Like, that's my favorite thing about streaming. I really enjoy talking to the chat when they show up. 33 followers. Rick's got to start New Year's countdown when you get to 40. Crusader Chronicles, my friend, I would not expect to be at 50 followers or 40 followers very soon here. Like, it has been a crazy ride, and I cannot expect to get a follow like every day. That's not how things work normally. Not Yet Human from Twitch says, "Hi, Luke." Davies says, "Hell yeah, just stay in your comfort zone." I'm glad you're enjoying the streams, Davies. They are here. Gods be damned. I've got to go wash off this blood. Eric is looking out the hall's windows onto the bay. A fleet of longships approach with sails of bold reds and blues. One banner I know well. Wagner. Next for the Varl kingship last we spoke. The other flag looks important. Yeah, important guess. See what I deal with all day long? Ah, things make a little more sense. You'd hope I'd have a stake in saying everything's fine here when the royal guests arrived. Not me, the governor. Now I have to make sure there are no rotting bodies or pools of entrails still in the Great Hall before they come by. Can I ask one more favor? What is it? If you happen to stall our guests down on the docks, I wouldn't object. Maybe I will. Eric and Valgard hustle from the meat house. To his credit, Eric tosses the barkeep a spar of silver for the mess. You give an apologetic shrug and go to greet the new arrivals at the docks. Crusader Chronicle says, "Hey, 9 people watching now. Seems like a solid niche." Abby says, "Hi, Luke." Crusader Chronicle says, "Hi, Luke." If you will play Persona at some point, I can't wait for you to be chatting with people and then suddenly yelling out "Golden Hand" and ruin it after you get that XP and money. Longships must be Victarion arriving in Marine, says Luke from YouTube. Yeah. Yeah, Luke, Victarion does love his longships. Oh man. Okay. We're gonna have to go say hi to the dignitaries. Yeah. Counting Luke from YouTube, I have 10 people watching, so I am so blessed. Thank you guys so much for this fun day. All right, so Ubin, our tired tax collector, is meeting Wagner. Wagner. A familiar Varl steps onto the docks. In your mind, you recall a much younger version tramping the halls of Grofheim, abundant in purpose. God, Zubin, you're looking ancient. Comes with being old. And if there is Wagner, there must be Haken. Must there? Still bleeding tributes from the poor and stupid old yaks? At what age did you lose your sense of shame? Gognor demands it. I'll take that over lingering to death in Grofheim. Speaking of, I had no sense that you were so far from home. Just returned from Arabang, in fact. And I'm glad for it. Haken motions to the other ships in the bay, sails still fluttering, golden wolf head, embezzled on red. The king's men, or someone on his behalf. The king's whelp. The king sung London. Don't you know Skirviner? We visit his capital, he visits ours. It's how you make alliances these days. It's a miserable waste of time. Yes, Haken has it. I'd almost forgotten. It's a good thing you're around, Haken. Then you're going to Grofheim? I have the distinct feeling I finished my business in Strand and was heading there myself. We should caravan. We should. Give it a day. In better circumstances, I'd drink a week away, but well, let's just be done. Find me tomorrow at the gates. What he's trying to say is the prince is a delight to behold. Where is Morg? Haken! Have him find a place to put up the warriors. I'm heading to meet the governor. A host of giants depart in his wake. You recognize a few. Others are strangers to you. Guess I'm off to find Morg. See you in the morning, Skirvinger. I'll be along. The young prince of men ambles from his ship. He brushes off his tunic, scanning the beach with low eyelids. London looks for all the world the sort of boy who grew up pulling the legs from spiders. The long road back to Grofheim should be more interesting than most years, you think. Alright. Oh man, I have to catch up in chat. Crusader Chronicles says, this game is so pretty. Yes, it is Crusader Chronicles. Luke from YouTube says you're going to make a bunch of Game of Thrones references. That's fine with me, man. Overseer says, I will definitely check out Banner Saga myself on Izunami, maybe. Anyway, it looks fun. Lana says, back to work I go with a sad face. I'm sorry, Lana. Davey says, I like this. Been shooting stuff in Battlefront all day. Nice and chill. I'm glad. Abigail, popcorn for everyone with a bunch of popcorn emojis. I love it. There's nothing more chill than cracking up a few boys with the cold ones. Yeah, I guess so. Wariness suddenly settles in, and you chuckle to yourself about what an odd day it's been. One of the governor's men at the Great Hall could find you a place to sleep. On the other hand, if you're going to join Wagner's caravan tomorrow, it might not hurt to share a drink with Haken or introduce yourself to the prince they spoke so highly of. LOL, Matt, we got you good. Who is your main, says Crusader Chronicles? Oh, you're talking about Battlefront main? Ooh, let's meet the prince. Is this the right place? You find the prince at the inn. Guards blanket the building, including a sharp-eyed Varl who must be working for London. A woman in red eventually waves you over and stands nearby, arms crossed. Greetings, Prince London. Yes. Hold on. I have to come up with a good voice for this person. Let's see. Yes. Yes, you're with Wagner. I don't remember you. Not exactly. I've known Wagner a long time. I'll be joining you back to Grofheim with my guards. London looks up for the first time. The woman doesn't react. Why? I work for the king carrying tithes to the capital. We crossed by chance. Oh, a tax collector. Fine company. What do you want? I have a habit of recording history. I thought we might talk about your visit. A Val historian. Aha! Don't you already know? Your king and mine both have been practically trumpeting it throughout the cities. I've been on for the while, I'm afraid. London takes a deep sigh. Whether tired or ungracious, you aren't certain. Maybe both. A formality mostly. Wagner came to our capital in Arebarang, and now we go to the Varl's capital in Grofheim to cement this grand alliance for the next age of men and Varl. You sound unconvinced. There's no need for it, and it's damned cold up here. Yet you get the sense he's struggling, not to complain outright. You take the opportunity to excuse yourself. Oh wow, gotta catch up in the chat. Okay. Davies says, assault's like 50, heavy is like 30-something, officer like 14. I stink at scouts. Okay, interesting. Overseer says, I don't really play shooting games, but this one does sound pretty interesting. I can't remember if Battlefront was the hyper-realistic one. Battlefront is the Star Wars one, Overseer. Luke from YouTube, well, unfortunately I have to go for a while. Maybe you'll still be on when I get back. See ya? Maybe. I mean, I'm planning to go about 3 hours today, depending on if everyone's free and still enjoying the content, still watching. Battlefront 2 has been on the bench for years, but it's totally filling the combat needs, says Matt. I'm glad, Matt. I'm glad. Overseer says, yeah, I get that everyone releases pent-up frustration differently. Shooting games can definitely be a good way of doing that. I agree. If you like Star Wars, it's incredibly fun. I'd prefer Troopers, because once I get close range, I suck. Also, I forget what the power buttons do. Yeah, Crusader Chronicles, I forget what buttons do all the time. Why do you think I play point-and-click games? It's because I'm scared. Alright, now we're going to talk to Haken. Skriniver. You find Haken in a mead house surrounded by other Varl. Strand is no stranger to Varl, but he rarely sees this many. Hakon waves you over. Went straight for the flagon? Volgmer is the one who agreed to pass up a drink. I wasn't invited to the governor's hall, anyway. You already missed the massacre. Every year I make the rounds collecting taxes. Every year it's the human settlements that give me trouble. No surprise. What was it this time? When I got here, the Great Hall was already full of bodies. We added a few more. Ha! Humans. I guess if only I'd lived as long as you, as of Yock's fart, I might be desperate to make something of myself too. It's not too late to start trying, Hakon. Hakon let slip a low chuckle. Any Varl could recount his deeds, known as he is, for cutting a swathe through the dredge at Wagner's side in the Second War, and regularly since then. Down here, I'm a glorified bodyguard. You might have a point. Just another reason to go back to Grofheim. Soon enough, I imagine. You drink until the mead house becomes overbearing, and then step back into the cool air outside. Ricky, I checked, and it says I can time you out. Now I wonder what would happen. I assume it only prevents you from making text. Yes, Overseer, that's for if someone is being spammy or just being a pain in general. No one here is, though. So you should only have to use that on bots, Overseer. Abby, I've been craving popcorn lately. Thanks for the snack, says Crusader Chronicles. Yeah, Abby. If you have more popcorn, Abby, go ahead and drop it in the comments. Yeah, I could use some too. Time to hydrate and dehydrate myself with the coffee-water combo. Hold on. Alright, yummy. At dawn, you're woken by delivery of goods. At least you think it's dawn. Hard to tell with the sun that never moves. The governor's crest adorns the supply leathers. All there, just as promised. To your mild surprise, you wonder if Eric had anything to do with that. Your guards take the treasure wagon down to the gate. Wagner is already there. A while later, London and his men appear groggy and disheveled. Moger steps forward, Wagner's quartermaster, if you recall correctly, in charge of this unwieldy entourage of warriors. You know him only in passing. He asks if you're ready to depart. We're ready. Overseer says, yeah, I get that, but why does it allow me to time out the streamer? That doesn't seem right. Also, we don't want bots to come back, so we should probably ban them instead of timeout. Oh, yeah, Overseer, you're right. We can't ban them. You're right. There's a different button for that. And yeah, you can time out anyone with the ability to type. So, yeah, that's just how it works. You follow Moger and the others. Usually the smaller doors set into the gates would be enough to enter or leave the city, but the town guards have been told to push them open entirely. They mutter things under their breath that are best not heard. Perhaps the governor expected you to draw a crowd, but there's nothing of the sort. Just frustrated, tired people. It summarizes Strand as a whole, you think. Alright, we're departing. Look at this beautiful world map, everybody. Isn't this amazing? Oh, man. And I could zoom in and zoom out. Oh, so cool. Oh, man, oh, man. Guys, this is a marvelous Monday, is it not? Holiday over at the US? Okay, let's see. The caravan stops for the day. A gift, says Morg, opening up the mead cask, from our gracious friend, the governor of Strand. Hours pass with raucous laughter as the mead is passed throughout the camp. We'll drink a little. You go easy. You've had nothing against a good drink, but if anyone is going to keep an eye on things, it may as well be you. The revelers eventually fall asleep without incident. Morale improved. You rise groggily, the campsite a causality of merriment. Moger is already kicking warriors awake when you stop. London, stalking your direction. He sidesteps sleeping bodies. Better wake up, you nudge Wagner. You're needed. Okay. Gotta hydrate here for a bit. Lana says, I get paid double time for holidays because of what I do and where I work. Well, Lana, I am so glad you're getting paid double. You should get paid double all the time. I mean, I think you should. Wagner. Ah, it's London. Always a pleasure. You look well rested. Wagner releases a caged roar and receives a hard-eyed stare in return. How long to Grofheim? Ha! We're only 2 days out of Strand, you know. Come, I'll show you on the map. Oh, look at this beautiful map, everybody. This is a map of the world. You can explore it by dragging around the mouse to pan and using the mouse wheel to zoom. Okay, cool. So we can zoom, we can pan. The location of your caravan is indicated here by Ubin's icon. Okay, cool. So here's our caravan. The world map is covered with many locations and holds much lore. You can explore the map anytime, clicking on locations for more information. Me too, for what I do. How does McDonald's workers make more than me? Oh, I'm sorry, Lana. Yeah, sometimes life is just weird. You know, sometimes you just have to do a job for a while to get paid what you deserve. Like there's raises and bonuses and stuff. Okay, this is cool. Let's click on some of these stuff and let's get some lore to this beautiful world. The Bratterbrake Peaks. When the first Varl warriors trudged north to discover new lands, the Bratterbrake Peaks were thought to be the edge of the world. Their summits often disappeared into the clouds, and unlike other mountain ranges, a pass-through was never found. That is, until the Varl king Einar had the Burra Pass built, a bridge that takes 3 days to cross. Overseer says, I'm interested in hearing what you do, but if it wasn't sensitive, I assume you would have said already. Anyway, good luck with your job. Yeah, for sure. John from YouTube says, Sup, John. I got the comments fixed, so I can talk to you now. Hope you're having a wonderful day. I am having fun clicking a map and learning about this world of the Banner Saga. Oh my goodness. The art is peak in this game, guys. So good. We head north, then east past the forts. Grofheim's far from Strand. Going to be a long march. You should have drunk last night, London. Why not take the ships Hold on. My brain is seeing this word. How do you say it? Why not take the skips to Skrymirstead? What's the point of marching? The Silverstone Bay is called that for a reason. It stays covered in ice all year. It would tear up the longships. Too bad though. We could have shown you all the wonders of Skrymirstead. A half-sunken city crawling with dredge prints, dredge and glaciers. Do you like glaciers? London exhales through his nose, a poor disguise for his contempt. He turns and bats aside the tent flaps as he goes, barking at his company in the distance. Don't poke the anthill, Wagner. I'm getting my voices mixed up, guys. I'm sorry. Don't poke the anthill, Wagner. He seems no happier to be here than you. Spend a few more days with the boy, old friend. You'll be looking for a tall cliff to hop off, too. London's got a shorter wick than Haken. Thanks, Wagner. Let's get moving. Another half day to Ferdville if we're lucky. Oh no, I can't silently stalk from the YouTuber anymore, says John. LOL. Well, buddy, of course you can. You just don't comment. If you want to leave a wonderful watch, I am still very touched. Okay, and Lana is a certified nursing assistant. Cool. You take care of older people and don't get paid a lot? Oh, I'm sorry. Overseer says that makes sense. Hopefully your holiday bonus is a large one. You deserve it. Someone needs to do your job, so you should get paid well. That's how I see it, at least. I agree, Overseer. Like, people who do thankless jobs, like, it's really tough on them. You can pass time by using the rest tent. Resting will improve the caravan's morale. A high morale will reduce casualties in war and affect your willpower in combat. Each passing day will use supplies, so only rest when necessary. The training tent will allow you to safely try out characters in a mock battle. Tap leave at the bottom of the campsite when you're ready to get back on the road. Okay, interesting. So we can click the hero's tent. Let's see who we have access to. Ooh, okay. Click on a unit to view stats, promote ranks, and learn about their abilities. Okay. Let's learn about Prince London. I mean, look. I have to say, I have a soft spot for this guy already. I mean, his class is called Spearmaster. How cool is that? Man, spear's like one of the most versatile weapons too. Like, spears get no love in fiction normally, so yeah. Click on the ability button to learn about the unit's abilities. Okay, let's see. Impale. The character skewers his enemy, doing a normal strength damage before kicking them away, doing a knockback and causing them to bleed if they move on their next turn. A target who is bleeding will take 1 strength damage for each tile they move, which can be especially deadly for enemies that are moved against their will. Interesting. So we have a couple of ranks. We can impale and knock back 1 tile. We can impale and knock back 2 tiles. We can impale and knock back 3 tiles. So we can level up our abilities. That's really cool. I like it. All right. Yeah. So interesting. So like we can cause people to take damage by knocking them back. That's really cool. Okay. Man, this game is a lot. This is so cool. Knocking them back could push them into your other units to finish them off too. Exactly. Exactly. Lana says you love what I do and you don't think you'd pick a different career ever. Well, Lana, that is an awesome spot to be in. I am so glad. If I could pick my career, guys, do you want to know what I would pick? Streamer! But that's probably not going to happen. But thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. Okay. Okay. So we got a Spearmaster, a Warhawk, a Warmaster, a Shieldmaster. Okay, interesting. So I got 37. Okay, can I upgrade this? No 0 points available? Okay, so I can't upgrade them yet. Okay, cool. So this is my 4 playable characters right now. Okay, good to know, good to know. Alright. So I could train, I could rest, I could leave. Let's rest, and then let's leave. Okay. Our party morale is great.
Even the name means bad weather, when frozen wind sweeps in from the bay. They tend livestock, but most are just men driven from Strand with nowhere else to go. Why else would anyone stay? We won't stop long.
Interesting. By Harbog! That's a lot of Varl for some missing cattle. What? Couple days back, we sent word to Strand about the cattle. Didn't expect an army. He looks pleased with himself, until it sinks in that you aren't here on his behalf. Where have your cattle gone? Wouldn't know. My boy has seen men up the hills carrying them away. Don't know how many men who can hoist a whole cow by himself, though. Scaflings out there, maybe. Could they have Varl working for them? Not from what the governor told me. I'm gonna take a look around and get camp set up. The peasant spits, his eyes anxiously darting around as the caravan sets up tents. We'd be no more than a day. There's a silver for any food you got. For hundreds of varl? Are you serious? Whatever you're willing to sell. You're thinking of squatting? Not enough room for a couple of hunters here. Forget hundreds of... Shut up, hear that? Where's London? It's a faint sound. It's faint, but it sounds like fighting and something else. Hacken takes off at a run. I feel like we have a very different reasoning for why we are streaming. I'm intrigued in hearing yours, but I don't know if I would want to go full-time. I would want to go full-time for sure, if I could. My reasoning for streaming is that I've always liked acting. And this is a way to hang out with my friends, play awesome games, and do the silly voices I practiced in the mirror as a kid for years. So basically, I'm just here to hang out and play awesome games. Like, I would practice voices in my spare time, I would play games in my spare time. This is just a way for doing both. Okay. Okay, so I can click on a waypoint. Spearmen can attack diagonally and up to 2 tiles away. Click the top right banner to compare your stats with your enemies. Okay. Armor blocks attacks on strength. For each enemy armor higher than your strength, there's a 10% chance the attack will be deflected. Notice the chance to hit shown above the attack button. Attack the enemy's strength. Okay. Deflect attacks do no damage. From here on out, you will fail catastrophically if you don't break armor. Damaging both strength and armor is equally important. Oh no. Oh my goodness. We're fighting some robots. Man, oh man. Okay, let's see here. Get in front of the robot. Add strength and armor damage to target. Crusader Chronicles says, this fight is so hard, the robots look like Iron Giant though, lol. Yeah, a little bit. I'm just hoping that I can get this guy's armor down to a reasonable level. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, guys. We might already have our first replay of the game. Actually, that's what the animation reminds me of, Iron Giant. When are you playing Star Wars Battlefront Shire Cream? Well, probably never Shire Cream. I don't want to disappoint my fans, but like maybe if I get to like 100 followers and everyone is begging me to play and embarrass myself, I will. Okay, finish him off. Okay. Okay. Okay, guys. I think this might be curtains for me. Like, seriously. Overseer says, my reasoning is because I want recognition for the stuff I do. I like how in CK I'm unquestionably at least a top 5% player, but that doesn't mean anything if people aren't watching. I want to prove that I'm good at things. Of course, I'm also very reckless because of that. It would take way too long to explain why I'm the way I am, and no one has the time to listen to me ramble. Okay, you were anorexic for a while? Oh, okay, I'm sorry about that, dude. But yeah, like, if you stream because you like min-maxing games and having fun with that, bro, go for it. Crusader Chronicles, I've restarted this game so many times because my peeps be dying. I got so attached to them. Yeah. Yeah, like, if people die this round, I am definitely going to take another look at this fight. I don't know. But we got them. Okay. Moger is ready for a promotion. Continue, I guess. Okay, let's see here. You're trying to get yourself killed, London. What are you doing? I was trying to get a shot between the plates. You've never seen a dredge boy. What kind of idiot break their armor first? Where did that come from? We didn't even see them. They were just there. Haken goes to where Vogler lies face down. The future Varl King lies motionless, aside from a spreading pool of blood. Vogler's dead. Cut with a keen-edged sword. Chapter 2. Okay. So we have a different story starting, everybody. Okay. Where did that thing come from? Shh. Stay close. I think it saw us. How has it already been an hour, says Not Yet Human? Does anyone know how many chapters are in this game? No, Overseer, I don't. I played this game for about 2 or 3 hours, and then Metaphor Refantasio came out, so I got distracted. I like this game a lot so far, says, Not Yet Human. I'm very glad. Rick, guessing you're on PC. I don't think Battlefront is crossplay, sadly, but Lemmy and Matt and I are on Xbox. I'll never stream it either. I fell off the map last time, lol. Okay. Okay. Yeah, maybe it will be crossplay eventually. Let's see here. Okay, so this guy is named Rook. W's in the chat if you like my silly voices while reading the dialogue, because I am having way too much fun with that. Okay, I messed up. Okay, no, it's fine. Okay. Okay, let's not thread the needle. Okay. Oh, no. Oh. Okay. 2. Oh, no. Okay. Okay. Get the armor damaged. Oh, man, okay. 4, do it. Okay, I don't need the armor down to 0. I have to be more aggressive. Okay. Okay. 3, 4, do it. Get him. Yes! Not Yet Human. W's in the chat for the voices. The foe's lying dead at your feet. You've gained renown. 5 renown. Nice. Was that a dredge? Alette looks calm, but you can tell her heart is about to beat right out of her chest. It was. Let me see. Are you hurt? No, I'll be fine. When the dredge attacked your cart and the yaks bolted, it spilled most of your supplies. You can see more dark figures moving through the trees when you glance at that direction. All that food! That's the last we're going to get before winter! What do we do? Don't run. Let me think. If we hurry, we can gather them before more dredge appear. I can see in the trees. Are you sure about this? No, but we have to try. Be quick, be quick. Alette calms the ox while you frantically toss supplies back into the cart. More dredge emerge, but you manage to get the cart moving again before they can close in. The colossal figures slowly recede into the distance. Supplies represent food and other goods used to keep everyone alive on the road. When supplies are gone, people will start to die of starvation. The more people are in the caravan, the faster the supplies will diminish. You can see how many days of supplies you have left on the travel display at the top of the screen. Most towns will have supplies to sell, as well as a few items. Cool. Oh, Crusader Chronicles W's in the chat for the voices. Thank you. I appreciate it. Look at how beautiful this map is. Oh my goodness. So beautiful.
I never expected to see the dredge with my own eyes. What happened in the north? Already we see more between the trees as we approach our home, and Alette grips my hand tight. We must find Ivor.
This really does seem like the type of game that lets Ricky shine. I feel like most people will enjoy it. The combat is shorter and there's a lot of narrative that Rick seems to really enjoy, and the audience will have fun if the band has fun themselves. That's kind of the quote technically. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, I really do enjoy this game. Though I do have to say, everything is voiced in Baldur's Gate, so I'm gonna have to take hydration breaks a lot more with this one because I'm doing all the voices for everyone. Okay, hydration break. Ivar! The enormous Varl in question towers over the men in the training field. He squints as you approach. Okay. Water's importance is not yet human? Okay. As a nod to you, not yet human, I'll drink some more water. Okay, guys. I'm running out of voices. Shoot me some ideas in the chat. This guy's around a lot. Oh, man. Ugh. A smoker? Alright. Alright, not yet human.
Already back, Huntsmaster. Thought you'd be tomorrow.
Dredge! Everywhere!
Dredge? How did they get through Greyhorn?
Must have broken through the fort. The fighters nearby have stopped sparring. They gather around you.
Damn! They'll be here soon if they're not already.
You hear screams from the outskirts. People are running towards the Great Hall. Ivar turns to one of the older boys in his group of fighters.
Eagle, take Alette to the Great Hall. Tell the chieftain what's happening. The rest of you gather up as many people as you can.
Come on, Alette! No, I want to help. Let them fight, Ivar.
Why not invite some ghosts to join us too? What you're asking is for dead kids.
I won't let anything happen to her. They'll have to deal with it sooner or later, Ivar. What now?
Fine. Eagle, keep your shield up. We just hold them off until everyone's inside. Then we figure out what to do next.
I'm always here for the voices, which give me an idea of a gem of a CRPG you could do after you finish BG3. If you keep a CRPG going as one of your channel things, Warhammer 40k Rogue Trader. by Owlcat Games is amazing. Okay, okay, John. Thank you, John from YouTube. Yeah, that's fine. I love water. Water is delicious. I don't remember the last time I had a Coke or anything, but at least 4 years ago, water is great. Carbonated water is better, and its natural flavors can make for great soda, and you can choose how much sugar's in it. Okay, Overseer, nice. It's mostly, if not completely, unvoiced and has some really cool characters. Okay, okay, John. Maybe that will be a good idea for a night game. I think that for my main games, for like the morning, I'm definitely gonna want to do Clair Obscure next after Baldur's Gate. But maybe after the Banner Saga, I'll have to check that out, John. You love sparkling water too, says Not Yet Human? Yeah, for sure. Okay, more hydration. Now I have to dehydrate myself with coffee. More shouts draw your attention to some houses atop a nearby hill. Okay. Overseer says, like, seriously, I still have no clue what a CRPG is. Anyway, water time, good time? Yeah. Okay, we're going to the houses. Sure enough, dredge are gathering in number. Fear threatens to bubble up over into a panic. How long do we need to keep this up? You ask. Ivar shakes his head unknowingly. That's a bad sign. I have a soda stream machine that allows me to make carbonated water anytime I want, says Overseer. Nice. Oh, I looked up what the C in CRPG means today. It means computer role-playing game. Ah ha ha. Nice. Okay, so, yeah, we have these 4, and we're gonna try. We're gonna try to not die, guys. What do you think? W's in the chat if you think Rickety will win. S in the chat if you think he'll lose. This is a tough game, but I think we got this. Okay, here we go. Ready for battle. Let's go. Let's do it. Ready. Okay. Can you attack from here? No. Okay, that's fine. Go back. We're gonna move. We're gonna move up here. Okay, he only has 5 armor. He has 5 armor. Okay. Okay, so we have a bunch of little guys and a huge big guy. Alette is such a sweetie and she needs to protect it, says Crusader Chronicles. I agree. Alette is great. I'm only 3 hours into this game, but she may be my favorite character by far, either her or Rook. I really do enjoy Rook's story too. Overseer says, oh, that makes so much more sense. I always call games like that Western RPG. I like JRPG a lot. Yeah. Lana says the song is fire. I am glad you like the song, Lana. That is cool. Okay. Okay. Okay, good. He only has 1 health left. Okay, Alette. Okay, before you move. Okay. Okay, let's see. Okay, okay, okay. That's fine. That's fine. We're gonna go back to move. We're gonna move up here. Okay, not quite close enough. I can't move again. That's not great. Okay. We're gonna attack him, I guess. There goes my plan. Okay. 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 Okay, here we go. What is the plan? The plan is not to die. That is my plan right now. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Yeah, just do 6. Okay. For you. Yeah, I need to get used to these people's ranges. Because I was really hoping to get the big guy. Oh, no, 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 not Alette. Okay. Okay, run. Like, seriously, just run. Like, run away as far as you can. Okay. 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 Big guy, you need to go. Yes. Yes. You need to be the target because Alette will die. Okay, yes, yes, yes. No! Oh my goodness, this thing is like gunning for the poor kids. I will not have this. Get him. 1 renown. I wonder what renown does. Overseer. Renown helps you upgrade your characters. It did say that at like the very beginning of the game a while ago. I do not blame you for missing it. Like it was a very small blurb. Okay. Okay. Okay, good. Now you go up to the big guy, and you just go ham. Oh my goodness, okay. This small child might die soon. Please do not die, small child. Oh man, okay, yeah, this guy needs to go this turn, guys. Like, we don't have any more time. He needs to go. Okay, come on, get him. Get him. Yes, we did it! Okay. Rook is ready for promotion. I love to see it. I love to see it. 8 renown. Okay. Difficulty. Combat can be unforgiving. Don't hesitate to change the difficulty of battles if it leaves you frustrated or you find yourself needing a tougher challenge. Use the options menu to change the difficulty. Don't worry, you can change the difficulty at any time and it has no effect on the story or the choices you make. That is good. Rickety loves voices. Rickety loves fun. Rickety is not great at video games. A black horde is forming on the tree line.
Enough of this,
Says Ivar, glancing over his shoulder.
we're going back.
Then adds,
Rook, I'm doing one more check of the houses around here. See if you can find anyone.
argue to head back immediately. As you turn to head back, a colossus appears around the side of the house. It silently looms over Alette, its face an expressionless stony mask, more terrifying than any roar it may have produced. Time seems to slow as it pulls back its enormous mace. Shoot it with an arrow. As though second nature, you knock an arrow. Alette is standing directly between you and the dredge, making the shot perilous at best. If you're off by a few inches, stop thinking, shoot the dredge! I got it. I probably wasn't on stream yet, or I wasn't paying attention, but that's out of character for me. The whole overseer thing comes from how I notice every tiny detail in most cases. These streams are much more chill, so I guess I haven't been worried over spotting things weird. Yeah, overseer, we're just here to chill, so if you have a question about game mechanics and I know the answer, I will just let you know. You let go. A second passes like an eternity. The arrow bounces off the judge's face, inches away from what you think is its eye. It recoils, then turns upon Alette again. Eagle rushes to her side. Ivar throws himself between the two of them, catching the mace on his shield and returns the favor, crushing the dredge's head with his shield point. When the dust settles, you can see that everyone is all right.
Let's get out of here,
Says Ivar as he goes to check the last few houses nearby.
Rook, see if you can find any survivors and meet me in front of the hall.
Okay. You find anyone?
A few, sent them inside. Gods, this is bad. I'm out of practice, Rook.
Look, as long as I've known you, you've always wormed your way out of talking about Dredge. This would be a fine time to start talking.
I can tell you they rarely stop for rest. The sooner we leave, the better. They'll follow us until we're tripping over tired women and children. Then they'll attack. Even after we're wiped out, they'll just keep coming, trampling corpses in their wake. There's no end to them.
How did anyone survive the Great Wars?
Ask the Menders. I wasn't there.
But I know you fought your fair share.
Yeah, I've killed enough slag for one lifetime.
That's why you're going to save us now.
Don't lay that on me. Come on, let's get inside.
Alright. So we have the market. We can buy supplies. We can also use renown to buy supplies. Okay, interesting. Okay, let's just go to the Great Hall. Rook, thank the gods you made it! The Great Hall is an utter din, filled as it is with dozens of terrified families. Don't stop worrying yet. I haven't. What in the depths is going on? Dredge milling around? Ransacking houses? The chieftain's wife finds you, pushing through the crowd. They must know we're here. Why haven't they attacked?
I don't know. I wouldn't expect it to last.
I've made some decisions, but tell me straight. What would you both do in my place?
I'd have left by now. They're already outside the doors.
Not so easily done. Rook? I trust Ivar on this. The chieftain sighs a deep and heavy breath, slumping. He looks years older. I imagine fighting back and saying, save the town. But nonsense! Ivar's right, of course. We can't just wait to be slaughtered. Where do we go? If the dredge are coming down from the north...
Frostviller to the west. It's close and it has walls. I intend to be free of Skogar in one push. Nobody left behind. I wouldn't. If they follow us, we're done.
What would you suggest?
Let me create a distraction, then go. I'll catch up on the road to Frostfeller.
What if we set the town on fire as we left? That's one thing I cannot do. We will return here one day, whether I live to see it or not. Then let's do as you said and go immediately.
Half the town is going to die like this.
That's why I had you leave, Ivar. I know you can get us out of here.
I'll do what I can.
Then I'm coming with you. That catches you by surprise. The chieftain rubs his chin but doesn't argue. From the training she's given Alette, you've no doubt she can handle a bow.
Fine. I'll get the townspeople ready. When you're ready, we'll make our move.
Okay. Overseer says my water bottle still tastes like mint. Sad it's died. I'm not good at growing things, but it was fun while it lasted. Still lasting, I guess. Yeah. Growing mint sounds like a really cool endeavor here. Alright. You step into the town courtyard where you can already see dredge in every direction.
Go,
utters Ivar, and you stand guard as townspeople begin filing out of the hall. The dredge do not descend upon you, though some watch cautiously. Suddenly, hold on, I lost my place for a second. Suddenly, you hear a shriek from further up the caravan. A grunt has thrown himself upon a cart of chickens, tearing it with bare hands. Men draw axes, and dredge respond in kind.
Run!
Roars Ivar. Terror seeps over the caravan like a pox. You suddenly find yourself surrounded by black figures and panicked townspeople in equal measure.
Rook, get ready!
Ivar shouts. Yeah. Not yet human says, I have a hard time growing herbs. Honestly, I don't think it's you. Okay, cool. Guys, look, we almost have a full crew here. And I can level up? Nice. Okay. Promote. Continue. Yes. Okay. Let's give an extra shield and an extra action point here. Yeah. Or should I do health or shield? Okay. Confirm. There we go. We got Alette, Oldleaf, Rook, and Eagle. Okay, okay. Cool. Alright, let's do it, guys. Let's do it. Ready for battle. I wonder how this is gonna go. So far, I've only had one disastrous battle. Okay. How should I position my people? You know what? I think this is fine. Let's do it. Get him. Nice. Nice. Okay. Get him again. Just get him. Okay, get him. Just wreck. There we go. A victory! Overseer in the chat says, yeah, definitely, those are two things I'm least proud of. First, my artistic skill or lack thereof, and second, the fact that anything I try to grow dies. But you're good at most other skills? That's good. Alright, we got 6 renown. In the chaos that follows, you notice out of the corner of your eye some of the town guards struggling desperately with the dredge, and what might be the chieftain amongst them. To your left, Ivar is laying into a large colossus. Behind him, an elderly man scrambles to his feet. Past that, it's clear that most of the townspeople are scattered. If nobody steps up, they could be picked off one by one. Help the fighters. If the fighters fall, there may be little hope for others. You approach to see the chieftain slumped over, a deep wound in his side. Ivar soon appears at your back, battered but ready. Okay, we do part 2. Let us promote. Yes. Okay. Okay, 2 points available. Action point, shield. Confirm. Okay. Promote. Continue. Confirm. Okay. Let us do... Yeah, he has a lot of health already, so let's do 2 action points for him. Those are really good. Okay. Alright. Let's do it. Ready for battle. Yeah. And Overseer, don't feel bad about your lack of artistic skill, dude. Like, I suck at art too, if that makes you feel any better. Let's go. Attack. Uh-oh. Okay. I can only move once. Okay, I gotta be careful with the movement. I can check. Okay. Get him. If I try to draw something, it ends up looking like something a 3-year-old would be disappointed by. And if I play any instrument, it sounds like there are actively dying cats inside somewhere. I'm sure you'll get the picture, but it's fine. It doesn't bother me, but inconveniences me for stuff YouTube. Not Yet Human says, my brother sucks at art too. Yeah, well, Not Yet Human. Maybe your brother has other skills. I don't know. Are you an artist, Not Yet Human? Do you like drawing and stuff? Okay. Move. Attack. Just take him out. Be gone. Oh no, not a let. Okay, okay, we're fine. We're fine. Okay. Go ahead and move up. John says, I have artistic talent and yet somehow I've chosen to make YouTube vids. My mother, on the other hand, is a regionally famous watercolor painter. Wow, John from YouTube, that's really cool. Not Yet Human says, I used to draw, but now I'm a fat mom. Well, fat mom or not, thank you for joining Not Yet Human. I appreciate your patronage. Alright. 3 health, let's go. Finish it. Oh yeah, let's go! We got the dredge! 6 renown. Awesome. Morale improved. The dredge continue to gather in the distance, but leave some space between you, content to watch for now. You gather up the chieftain who is still breathing but seriously wounded. Old fool, says Oddleaf, tenderness in her voice. She bundles him in the cart and stays by his side. Only thing we can do is to get to Frostfell quickly, she says. As you depart, you watch Skoger recede into the distance, Alette's hand tightly in yours. 20 renown. Alright. Nice. Okay, how are we doing on supplies? Uh-oh. Not great. Pausing to catch your breath, you glance backward to see the caravan stretched out past the point of safety. They're spaced out so far you're unable to see those bringing up the rear.
We've got to pull them together, says Ivar. It'll be dangerous to stop until at least the Godstone. The path should be just ahead.
Okay. Let's rally the caravan with a speech. You make your way onto the rear and hoist up a small child onto your shoulders. Fight for every step! Remember those who didn't make it and push onwards! The clansmen see your effort and follow suit, pushing themselves harder. Morale improved. 5 days of supplies, okay. Could be worse, could be worse. Alright. Let's see here. Wow, 2 YouTube friends and 4 people watching on Twitch. Thank you so much, guys. I'm at 33 of 50 followers to get monetized on Twitch, so if you guys would consider dropping a follow if you have not, that would make my day and mean so much for me. Thank you for dropping in. And we still have a good, hour and a half left of the stream, so let's keep doing it.
Far enough for today, I think.
After a day of misery, men and women drop their meager possessions beneath the godstone of Hiridvalder. What are we doing? We just left our homes because suddenly they were dredge.
Probably shouldn't be looking to me for advice.
Look at these people. Somebody has to hold them together.
That's you, Rook.
How am I supposed to do that?
Lie. Tell them everything's gonna be alright. God's Rook, I don't know. Pretend you know what you're doing. That's what the rest of us do.
Thanks for the advice.
Then do whatever you want. Let them fend for themselves if you can live with it. You humans are absurd, Rook. Furious when you're not in control. Terrified when you are. Pull it together.
I'm worried about Alette, mostly.
Keep her close.
You do care, I can tell.
Fah! Men are a plague on the world, worse than any dredge as far as I can tell.
Chats like this are why we get along so well, Ivar. Don't forget to leave a like for the algorithm, says John from YouTube. Yeah, thank you, John. So far YouTube does not like me. But yeah, I'm trying my best to get an archive going there so that people can catch up on the content later on. I'm hoping to do this for a long time. You sleep poorly, the sun forever stuck in an eternally bright sky. Before the others rise, you find yourself staring over long, low hills covered in pine. We're going to inspect the stone. The weathered stone doesn't see many visitors. Not much reason to travel so far east. When hunters come through, they sometimes stop to give offerings. Out of habit more than anything else now that the gods are dead. Haradiver was the god of hunters and of wild beasts, occasionally seen roaming the land as both man and wolf. He was always depicted in effigy with his terrible spear. You wonder what he'd think about his woods being full of dredge now. A young girl from the caravan approaches you. I made this for you, she says, handing you a crude necklace carved from a branch she must have found nearby. Thank you for saving my mama, she says, before running back to her tent. Back at your tent, you rouse Alette, who clings to your arm until she's completely awake. Bad dreams. Eventually the camp is broken down and it's time to move on to Frostfell. It seems like an end more than a start. Okay. 4 days of supplies, oh no. It took me 3 months of consistency and around 100 vids being posted before I started seeing growth from YouTube, says John. Oh no. Well, yeah, I mean, I'm glad I can focus on Twitch for a while then, because that seems to be going really well for me, and I can, kind of put YouTube on the back burner and it'll be okay for a while, The caravan halts when a group of men appear on the trail, wagons at their feet. We've seen the dredge in your wake, says one. We don't wish to meet them alone. If you'll let us join, we'll show you watering holes with enough animals to fill the supplies of your wagon. Inherent fear of strangers raises mutters from the caravan. Okay. What are you doing out here alone? We were hunting here for food when the dredge found our village, says the man. When we returned, he looked away, unable to finish. Let's allow them to join us. If you'll be no trouble, come along, you say. The men cautiously join your ranks and prove trustworthy. The hidden watering hole nearby is teeming with animals, and soon your supplies are nicely restocked. More fighters, more renown, more supplies. This is awesome. Uh-oh. Lana says, I'm back again. Well, I'm happy you're back, Lana. Thank you so much for tuning in. During a rest, one of the men gets too drunk and ends up splashing mead in a warrior's face. A brawl erupts, many thrown fists and a broken bone later. The instigator, Rafsvater, is tossed onto the ground at your feet, angry clansmen looking for satisfaction. His personal defense is little more than drooling mumbles. Okay, let's coerce a public apology. Grabbing okay. I don't know how to pronounce this. I'm gonna be real with you guys, so I'm just gonna do the best I can. Raffenvarter's neck. You force him to look at the crowd. Apologize for this mess, you demand. The man babbles until you squeeze harder. Sorry, he yells repeatedly, even after you let him go. Folks shake their head, but leave the man alone. Morale declined. Okay. We have normal morale. So, you get morale back from camping. Let's see here. The caravan is visibly relieved to find a small village on the way to Frostfeller with beds and fresh supplies. The locals here are shocked by the news you bring and discuss it among themselves while you set up nearby. Okay. So we found a village. So we're gonna go to Heroes and just make sure there's no one to level up. There is no one to level up yet. Okay, and then we have another item. Okay. Yeah. Give that to him. Oh, he must be rank 2. Okay. Well, then we'll give it to Alette. Right there. There we go. Okay. No one is ready for level up yet. Okay. 50 renown. Let's go to the market. I think we need to buy some supplies. Yeah. Now we have 11 days worth of supplies. That's smart. Okay, hold on. Overseer has a question has something to say from Twitch, so let's see. I kind of wonder why Crusader Kings is classified as an RPG. I just saw it on the recommended queue thing. Like, I guess there's levels from a lifestyle trees, but where's the rare monsters that droop improperly high resources? Where's the different characters? Where's the stupid octopus fights that really piss me off but are like in every RPG ever? I don't like RPG as an umbrella term, but I know it just means role-playing game, but still, I don't like umbrella terms in general. Yeah, Crusader Kings 3 to me is just a strategy game. Okay, let's talk to our friend here. How's your arm, Eagle? You find Eagle just outside the camp practicing his sword swings. I just saw you taking some hard hits out there. Oh, yeah, I'm great. Not great, considering everything. I guess I'm fine. My arm's fine. It's a strong shield. It's Rook, right? I know we haven't talked much before now, but if you want, you can just call me Gil. Okay, Gil. I wanted to let you know that I meant what I said before about making sure nothing happens to Alette. You're protective of Alette, huh? Well, I don't want her to get hurt. You can see his cheeks turn bright red. Don't worry, she can take care of herself too. I know, I didn't mean... Easy, Gil, I know what you meant. I've never seen a shield like that before. Yeah, I doubt there's many. My father made this. It's solid metal, really heavy. But I've been practicing with it since I was a kid. I used to spend a lot of time getting used to lifting it. He raises it up to show you. I'm pretty good with it now. It's the only thing of my father's I have left. Then, when my mother died, she gave it to me before she died. Ivar seems to think you're pretty good. Did he say that? That's good. I'm trying. Never had to fight anything like Dredge before, but I don't have much else to do. I mean, how many people get to train with a Varl? Just seems like I could be of help to someone. That's what I want to be. I'm heading back to camp. Stay strong. Okay, John says CK3 is a grand strategy game with role-playing elements. Genre-wise, I believe it's classified as grand strategy in the Library of Congress. Nice, John. Nice. I will. Oh, and if you need something, let me know. I can do anything you need. Between you and Ivar, we're going to be okay. I can tell. Like, seriously, if you scroll down Discovery, like, half of all things are RPG, says Overseer, and not everything is video games. Pretty much any game is a role-playing game, but not every game is an RPG. Like, the whole point of gaming is to get away from real life. Role-play, so literally anything can be called that and you don't like it. Yeah, I'm not sure about that, man. Like, it just depends, but looks like we're gonna rest. We're at normal morale, and we're just gonna leave. We gotta press on. When we get to bad morale, we'll stop again. You only just outside the village when 2 men in red approach. My name is Hogan, says one, referring to the other. My brother is Mogden. Many from the village wish to join you to Frosthelver. A third man, excluding rage, charges up to the group. Shut your mouth, Hogan! He screams. What's going on?
These bastards don't speak for us. They've been trying to divide the village since you got here.
True. You can keep whoever wants to stay and die. The rest of us will go with the reasonable people of Skogar.
I'll have you both gutted before I let half the village desert.
Behind the angry villager, a mob of armed thugs have appeared, all furrowed brows and nervous stares. You know what happens.
You know what will happen to the rest of us if the fields are abandoned. Nobody leaves.
Okay, you know what? No. You can't just keep people in prison. Let your people decide on their own.
We thought that's how it went ourselves. A good number told me to my face they didn't want me beaten to death by the dredge. Dredge my ass. I don't know what the scam is this time, Hogan, but you've got 2 choices. Get back to work, or I'm finally putting you in the ground.
Mogan, what did he say? Thought it was unfair that only he asked me. Mogan draws his axe slowly, followed by Hogan. Despite their confidence, the brothers are significantly outnumbered. I think I make a poor farmer. Ivar, let's make this a fair fight. I hate the term RPG, says John. It's too vague. What I like is a system of distinguishers that are being created. ARPG, JRPG, CRPG, for example. Some of those terms have been around for as long as time. Okay, Overseer says, I always liked being descriptive, so I hated umbrella terms. The more I know about something, the easier it is to know if I would like it. That's how I see it, at least. Kind of wonder what is your opinion on it, though? Oh, Overseer, yeah, I like description. Like, for me, I don't even search by RPG anymore. Like, I search by, like, turn-based or story-heavy or decisions matter, right? Like, I tend to not even use RPG as a search term. It is getting oversaturated. At the core of the term, RPG, every game is an RPG in some ways, which is why I feel the term has become overused, says John. I agree, John from YouTube. Luke is back! Hello, Luke! We are about to get into a gigantic fight! You came just in time! Alright. We're just gonna use everybody. Let's go. All right. Yeah, so essentially this is a fight because some of the villagers want to leave and the other villagers won't let them, which I think is completely stupid. Just like let them leave. If they want to leave, like don't keep people in a place against their will for no reason. Like what is going on? There we go. We did it. Woohoo! The villagers can leave now. Hooray! All right. Nice. We got multiple promotions and 9 renown. Cool. The brothers thank you with wide grins. Soon, many of the villagers have joined your caravan. You scan around anxiously for Alette, who has gone missing when the fighting began. Eventually, you find her watching from afar. Hogan returns at that moment, introducing you to his son and wife. And then you soon set out again. Okay, so we got more clansmen, more fighters. We have good morale now. Nice, okay. Alette marches quietly alongside the caravan, a little distance since leaving the village when you stop for a rest. Oldleaf approaches you both. Okay. Alette, I have something for you. Oldleaf has gathered up a long banner from the caravan and smiles warmly as she passes it to Alette. What's this about? I was hoping you'd sew up the banner with everything that has happened since we left Skoger. Come find me another time, Rook, and we'll talk. Before you can comment, she departs. Dad, are you chieftain now? I don't know. Oh, then that means... You're both quiet for a moment while Alette unfurls the banner. Oldleaf has been teaching me to sew. She speaks pretty highly of you. Can we read the part about Mom? You nod. On the banner has been sewn the story of the families who have lived in Skoger throughout the years, just as is done on every banner in every town. I wish you were here, but I'm kind of glad she isn't. The section of the banner about your family is short, but Alette has been sewing in colorful designs. Why do you say that? So she doesn't have to deal with, well, all of this. Dredge, leaving home, and... Why did you have to kill those men? In the village? I mean, if it's okay to ask. They would have killed others. But how do you know which ones are bad? Because the dredge are terrifying. Every time we have to fight them, I just want to run, but I don't want to kill a person. Please? Are you mad at me? No. It's okay. I'm glad you don't want to. Alette smiles at this, then her face sinks again. I guess I would do it if I really had to, but do we have to? I know what you mean. Yeah, I know, Dad. I think you're doing a great job. She hugs you. You spend the rest of your time together sewing new verses into the banner. For better or worse, the story of Skoger is your burden now. Okay, YouTube chat is talking about the Suzerain game. John says it's very unique and it's hard to categorize it. It's somewhere between a political simulator and choose your own story. Okay, okay. With a dash of strategy with the Resist DLC. Okay. Resist autocorrect. Okay, guys, cool. Yeah, I'll definitely have to check out that game for sure. But first, I need to talk to Oldleaf. Alright, let's see. How are you doing, Ode? I'm alright. Oh, but I realized after I handed you the banner, I probably gave you the wrong impression. My husband's still in and out of consciousness. It doesn't look good. It's harder than I thought it would be, just not knowing. People tell me I'm a strong woman. It's funny. My father named me Oatleaf before I was even born. He wanted a boy so badly. Strong woman, what does that even mean? It means people look up to you. Overseer says, by the way, Sea of Stars is so Chrono Trigger, recommended for anyone who enjoys that style of game. It just got a free update like a few days ago, I think. Cool. John says Suzerain is a very hard game to master, but a great time losing. Okay. Everyone's talking about this game. I think I may have to check it out. And Chrono Trigger, Sea of Stars, I haven't played either of those games either. Is it kind of like this style, like turn-based heavy? Don't take this the wrong way, but I don't want to be known for handling my feelings. If I feel nothing about my husband dying, people think I'm strong. If I cry because my insides feel like they're on fire, people I'm weak. Why does that feel so backwards? I'm sorry, Rook. It's been hard. You're not sure what to say. In the many years you've known the chieftain's wife, this is probably the most you've ever talked. You asked me to come find you? Yes. It's about the banner. I thought about it a long time. He asked me to give it to you now, if something happened. Why me? He always depended on you, Rook. It should be mine. I could carry it. But I thought about why he named you. I get it. They won't follow a woman. Families would leave. Our banner would be divided. I would vouch for you. Come on, Rook. This isn't the time for pretend. It's not just about our small town. What happens the first time we need something from another clan? How would that go? And the first time someone thinks they can take advantage of us? I think that this is what has to happen. Maybe that's what it means to be a strong woman. She looks sideways, eventually giving over a timid smile. I'm not sure if that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard, or the sweetest. Listen, I know I dragged this out. The truth is, my husband and I could never have a child. I don't want our banner to end here. It will be safe with you and Alette. I know you're going to take care of her. She puts her hand on your shoulder as she heads back to camp. Ooh, morale improved. John from YouTube, Chrono Trigger is a JRPG a bit different from this kind of combat style, but yes, turn-based? Okay, cool. Dang, this is philosophy, says Luke. Yeah, this game is heavy, guys. Like, the little bit I've played of it, I loved it. I loved it so much. Okay, so we need Alette in the party. And we need Eagle in the party. We're just gonna choose one of the twins, and I don't think I'll keep them. Okay, so let's promote Old Leaf. Yes, let's do it. Okay, so let's do armor and health. I feel like that is a good choice because she is squishy. Okay. Who else is ready? Eagle? Eagle? Okay. Okay, Eagle, let's promote. Yep, we're gonna promote. Okay. And you can just be health. You can be health. I think you have enough armor. I'll focus on that next, but you need health, my friend. Okay. So looks like most of the people we're using are rank 2 now. That's cool. Okay, I like it. Actually, I think it would make sense if the archers went last. Yeah, there we go. There we go. I think that's good. That's good. Okay. So, let's go back. Let's see. Should we buy some supplies at the market? Overseer says, that's funny I mentioned Sea of Stars in the previous comment, so you're missing some context there, but I would recommend it. It's less story and more like timing attacks and blocks and stuff, somewhat like Expedition 33, but less Persona, more Chrono Trigger. I guess that doesn't mean anything if you haven't played Chrono Trigger, no? That's true. Okay. We have good morale, let's leave. Okay. We have 11 days of supplies. We're gonna need to find supplies pretty soon. At a small split in the trail, a few fighters stopped to speak with you, each carrying a single pack. We recognize this place, one man says. Spent several years here with some kin. If they're still around, we have to warn them of us coming. With luck, we'll find you again within the week. Okay, we're gonna wish the fighters well. Kin is kin, you say. Do what you must to protect them. The man claps you on the shoulders, and the fighters depart. Okay, we got some renown. We lost some fighters, but that's okay. Complaints of Rafsniver's excessive drinking have resurfaced. Ban him from camping near the others in the future? No. No, oh my goodness. This time a man stumbled over... Okay, hold on. I have to read this whole thing, because this is so crazy. Okay. Complaints of Rafningzer's excessive drinking have resurfaced. This time the man stumbled over some tent ropes, pulled the snagged canvas through a campfire, nearly setting a supply wagon aflame. Clansmen put out the fire on both the wagon and Raffensaver's leg before leading him to you. Okay. Okay. This man drinks nothing but water. Luke says the music is nice. I agree. In fact, you can not only buy the game on Steam, when you boot up the game, there's actually a link to buy the music. Pretty cool, yeah? Okay. Obra Dinn is a game that you would recommend, Luke, and John says you've watched it and it's a really good game. Cool. Yeah, I am open to try a bunch of games, but right now, I just need to focus on finishing the 2 I've started, right? we got Banner Saga Nights, we got Baldur's Gate 3 Afternoons, so we're here for it. We got a lot coming up. Dredge! Shouts a man from the back of the caravan. It's Raffensern, the unabashed drunk, staggering towards you, looking not entirely sober. He screams again, pointing to the trees in the distance. Fear races through the caravan as fighters pull out their weapons. Scouts return with no sightings. Furious men surround Rabbitstar. Okay. We're just gonna banish him from our caravan. The man's meager belongings and some food are thrown into a pile as everyone moves on. He's tied loosely to a tree. You'll expect he'll break his bonds eventually once he sobers up. Please, I swear, he pleads to your back, finally realizing his plight. Whether the dredge are imagined or not, you don't expect to see him again. Yeah. That guy needed to go. He was setting things on fire. He was being a nuisance.
Once a strong, thriving city, the walls of Frostwetten now just keep the howling winds at bay. With luck, they'll hold out against dredge as well.
Okay. Is there a save game? Nope. Okay, so I guess it just saves automatically. That's good to know. Okay, we still have 9 days of supplies. That's good. You jostle through fallow crowds of sunken faces who appear as though they've been freezing in front of Frostfeller for days. The gates are closed. You come to a stop at the bottom of the hill. Okay. This is not looking good. Why are there so many people in the fields?
We can't stay outside in the open like this.
Oddleif finds you amongst the many refugees. Rook, I just talked to some of the women here. Nobody is being let into the city. Why? It's overrun with Val from Blotsbacher, Greyhorn, people from Brida, all the nearby villages. The dredge are everywhere. And the chieftain of Frostfell has locked himself in his great hall. That's when they close the gates.
When the dredge come, these hills will turn red. We have to get in there.
Okay. Where else could we go? With our whole caravan? South, but Sligholm or Borsgard are far away, and they may as well be horseborne lands. Okay.
The dredge are moving south. If we keep going west, we might get out of their path. Wormtongue is half as far as Skirgholm and full of Varl.
And across the ways, these people won't make it. I don't like any of these ideas.
That's because they're all bad. There's no point in talking about leaving. We have to get in there.
We're getting in the walls somehow.
I can't get the gate open.
Let's see if there's a way. There's another way before we start breaking down the gates.
I wasn't going to break it, just push it really hard.
Oh, John, first episode will be out tomorrow, 3 p.m. Central Time? Oh, cool. Okay. And John says you're having trouble with your realm priests? Yeah, that's par for the course. Okay. Okay, heroes. Does anyone need a level up? Do we have any unused supplies? Nope. Okay. Let's see here. Let's go to the gate. You approach the gate where hundreds of people have gathered. In the trodden, bloody space in front of the doors, several pin-cushioned bodies lie, unclaimed as though they simply belong here. Okay. Ivar, did you really expect to push these gates open?
I'm willing to try.
Grunts Ivar, despite sizing up the doors that look like they could hold back an army.
And when men start shooting arrows and pouring out to stop you, then you kill him,
he says. You're not sure if this is the most sound plan. Yeah, we're not doing that. This is a terrible idea, you say. We don't even know how many people are in there. Ivar folds his arms. He seems almost relieved that he didn't have to live up to his earlier boast. Okay, let's find out more from the crowd. You spend an hour talking to different people who all have the same story. A couple of days ago, the chieftain shut himself in, closed the gates, and refused any more refugees. They've got huge stores of supplies here too, adds one man. They're just hoarding them. Eagle pulls you aside. I was following the outside of these walls, he says, and there's a water passage we could squeeze through, I think. Not the whole caravan, but a handful of us, and we might be able to open the gates from the inside. Okay, let's check out the water passage.
I'm not fitting through there, says Ivar when you arrived at the Narrow Ducks. Go without me. It looks like you'll have to get to the top of walls and then down to the gate when you can open it.
Okay, wait for us at the gate, Ivar. Will be quick. When Eagle said water, you should have guessed runoff. Still, you managed to squeeze your way through the tight stonework and force your way past an iron gate. You take stairs to the top of the walls. As you approach the gates, armed men take notice. They don't ask questions. Okay. Oh, man. Oh, boy. This is gonna be crazy. Okay. Okay, let's see what's going on here, guys. My goodness, we've been going almost 2 hours. Okay. Man, this game is so fun. Like, I could play this game for so long. Oh, man. The people who made this game, chef's kiss. You guys did great. Okay. Let's see here. Yeah, get him. Get him. Alright, come on, get them. Please. Alright, let's see. John from YouTube. I try to keep a consistent schedule because the algorithm likes it. So CK3 is usually Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday at 3 p.m. This past Saturday I was sick and missed recording day. Okay, let's see. Overseer says, oh, I checked something and it says the demo was removed sometime last year. That's sad. But the game is 30% off and has free DLC, so I'd say check it out. It said the discount ends June 4th, but the game is well priced either way, so no rush. Okay. Overseer, what game are you talking about? Are you talking about the Banner Saga? Because that would be really cool if it was on sale now. Yeah, like I got all these games for $6 on like a Steam Super Sale. It was crazy. Luke says, "Oh, I see. I'm not much of a commenter, but I bet I'll be liking your stuff." Yeah, yeah, Luke. Wampus has some really cool series that you're doing.
What in the dips are you doing here? Letting ourselves in.
I see that. I'm very impressed. But all those people you just let in here, dead. All those women and children with you, dead. And thanks for killing the only ones holding this place together. Scout. What are you talking about? The man orders his guards to get the doors closed again before more refugees notice.
If I knew there were fighters and varls outside, I would have brought you in. I'm Ickle. I'm in charge here.
You heard about the chieftain? We heard he's hiding in the Great Hall. Lana says, I'm back. What's going on? Okay, so, you know the robots that attacked? We're running away from them. And we have just gotten to a city and the gates were closed and barred. And we snuck in and a bunch of guards attacked us for sneaking in. Because we were cold and desperate and hungry. And it would have ended really badly if we had waited.
Oh, really? Think you mean he's hiding out in his grave? He's eating worms, if that wasn't clear. What happened in here?
Soon as they heard dredge were coming, anyone who couldn't swing an axe got one to the head. That's the short story of it anyway. Overseer says you were talking about the Sea of Stars, but I'll check if Banner Saga has a sale. Give me a few minutes. Okay. Cool. So guys, Sea of Stars has a sale if you want to take a look. That's cool. At least 3 clans in here are warring over turf and food, and the worst are the God's Forsaken Varl. He eyes Ivor and shrugs with exaggeration as if simply stating the obvious. We're in more danger here than from out there? Look, I was in charge here before things went to crap. You've got some people who can fight. You've got your own Varl. That counts for something. I can keep your flock safe in the Great Hall. You fight for me and to take back Frostfeller.
I don't take sides. Too hard to tell when the good guys have become the bad.
Fine. Cut those sheep loose and watch your own butts. What do I care? All I want to do right now is to get out of the streets. Think carefully. What do you want? John, a like will get me much love from the algorithmic overgods. Also, YouTube fans of Rickety, make sure you hit that like button for him. Oh, thank you, John. Okay. So, this guy is saying we could join forces with him to stay alive. Okay. I don't know what's going on. The chief is dead. Everyone's fighting. Everyone's panicked. There's a food shortage. I guess we'll join for now. Good, because whatever else you were thinking would have been a bad idea. Ekel shouts to his men and the gates close. You follow him into an obscure alley.
Hope you know what we're doing.
I'm just making it up as we go, Ivar. Little did they sleep. Chapter 3. Oh my goodness, guys. We've been going 2 hours and 3 minutes? Wow. This game is so fun. Time has flown by.
Hacken, we're back. I was about to get as many warriors from Strand as you wanted and more weapons. Extra supplies, too.
You perk up, just realizing Mogr has been talking to you. Since Wagner died, everyone has been looking to you to make decisions. It's exhausting.
Hacken.
I heard you.
I was saying the Varl we sent to Strand have returned. The governor gave us most of what we wanted.
Good enough. How much resistance from the governor?
Some. I don't think he was happy about us buying his fighters using his own money. He also insisted we take on a lackey of his to watch over his property, a man named Eriker. Eriker? I met him. Seemed competent enough.
Regardless, the governor will have to get over it unless he wants the dredge crawling through his streets. We've put down every slag that has wandered through here while you were gone. Enough flapping of mouths, then.
You're sure your wound is healed, London? I agree. Enough has already gone wrong. If something happens to the prince on this mission of peace, the Alliance would rot. Or worse.
London makes his own decisions. We would only be made to do this again later, and I will not suffer it all a second time. Either take us through the wandering road, or do your job and slaughter some dredge. Overseer says, I wasn't able to see a sale on Steam. Maybe some other third-party key provider has it on sale. Either way, I learned that there's actually 3 of these games, all rated very highly, so if you want to play 2 and 3, I would not be opposed. Overseer, that is the plan. We're going to play all 3 of these. So I think I missed that part, says Luke. What is dredge? Dredge are really big, giant iron robots that attack people. They are coming from the north and just forcing people out of their homes. So basically, we are running from them. London turns abruptly with a scowl. He scamps back to his ring of tents and followers. Wandering road's not an option with this many.
I could crush the boy's skull with one hand. If London won't be deterred, you'll have to deal with it. Don't let London get to you.
Let's go. I'm sick of looking at this dump.
What do we tell the warriors, Hacken?
Tell them to be cautious. Wait, hold on. Tell them to be cautious. No more losses. Will do.
Will do. Give the word and we'll set off.
Guys, I apologize. Sometimes I forget what voice is for what character. I hope everyone will forgive me. I have to keep them all in my head. Okay. You knew him well, didn't you?
Wagner? No. Wagner? No. Well, I don't know. I remember him. Always was rushing around with some important business. But I never knew him. Never got a chance to talk much.
Longer than I did in any case.
I suppose so. When he spoke, Varl listened. I knew that.
I could use his help here. Lana, are you gonna go for another hour? Lana, my plan is for a 3-hour stream. Yes. So I am planning to end in about an hour. Need to take another hydration break. Luke says that's the last thing I would have expected. Well, Luke from YouTube, I'm glad this game can still surprise you. Yeah, Lana, if my voice holds up, I will go for another hour. I might call it in about 30 more minutes, though. My throat is feeling like a lot. I might have to build up to this, you know? The Scrivener leans back, considering the sentiment.
I've seen worse. They respect you for your ability to swing an axe. They need to respect you for your actions. But you're not talking to the right Varl. Moger's got some skill there. Most I can do is hold a quill.
What are you putting down in that journal?
What do you mean? What do I write? I write what happens.
They've got the banner in Atterbang for that, you know.
You mean the long banner? Ah, yes, the Menders wove up something that writes its own history. You want my opinion? I don't trust it.
No?
It tells a broad story. I think there's some value in the narrow. Whose story does it write? Mine? Theirs? London? Gods forbid.
Ha, you relic. The gods have been dead a long time.
Oh, have they? Old habits, I assume.
Hot tea can be great for long streams, says John. Yeah, maybe. I have not been doing this 2 weeks yet, so I still have to, like, get used to, like, what are my limits, how long can I go, because I've just been doing the 2-hour streams so far. So, alright. I heard you were a terror in your day.
Do you know how old I am?
Dare I ask?
I'm competing, you know. Nobody knows how old we Varl can get naturally. There's one by the name of Snorri. He's got a few years on me. Just hunkers down in Grolfheim collecting rhyme. Bastard might actually beat me. Another one named Krumar is close, I think. But the addled son of a bitch still welcomes a fight. He'll probably be off before I am. Although,
The scrivener gestures around him as if to remind you of the current situation. You chuckle.
anyway, point is, what difference does it make? I'm just a delivery variant for Jornder, you know. Can't remember half of what I've done. Hence the journal.
Hence the journal.
Hence, don't get fancy on my behalf, Hakan.
Okay, I won't. What do you suppose happened to the sun?
Gods, how should I know? Never seen something like this before.
Are you worried? Some of the Varl in the caravan think the world's coming to an end.
Others think it's the best thing that could happen. No more black months. I'll take it if it's the end. I'm ready.
What about the rest of us?
To the depths with you.
Ha! Get some rest. Always more marching to do. Okay. Luke says, as an American from the southern states, I sincerely hope you mean sweet tea. No, Luke, as an American from Alabama, born in Connecticut, I do not mean sweet tea, lol. Overseer says, I'll leave now, bye guys, and remember to drop a follow for Ricky. If it doesn't cost anything, and if you don't want to watch a stream, you don't have to, but it'll notify you for streams you would want to watch. 100% free or your money back. Thanks, Overseer. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your night. John says, I know what I said is essentially religious blasphemy up there, with doing it with cousins, so I'm sorry. Yeah, sweet tea versus hot tea is a debate for the ages.
I've hoofed more hills than a horse born with a grudge. Don't worry about me.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so let's talk to Hacken 2.
I'd ask how you're dealing with Wagner's death, but I already know the answer.
Do ya?
Steady old Mulgar, which is good. I know most of these Varl, but they're not under my command. They came to follow Wagner. Tell the truth, I wouldn't want to be in your position either.
Anything you can tell me about the caravan?
Throw together this many Varl, half of them want to hit each other, the rest want to be left alone.
Anyone I should keep an eye on?
There's a couple of clan leaders trying to show off for each other. Not a big deal. I've got it under control. The fighters we just got from Strand aren't bad, but they're unruly. Give it a few days. And there are a few moaning about fighting for you instead of Wagner. Those are the ones to worry about.
What about London's men?
They don't want to hear anything from me. I know that.
Any problems?
Could be. London's pet Varl is named Bercy. I'm not sure where he came from or what his deal is. Bastard knows how to fight, but there's something I don't like about him. His girl in red is scary too, Yrsa. She's probably the best fighter London's got, to be honest. I've overheard some Varl call her the witch.
Why?
The flaming arrows, I think. It's a good trick, but fire upsets our Varl more than the dredge.
Still doesn't make much sense. Witch?
They're not scholars, Harkin. I think they're mostly just afraid of her.
That makes some sense. Don't let her find out. Haven't you ever wanted to be in command?
More than I am? Any more rope and I'd hang myself.
I doubt that. Lana says, I'm so ready to go home and read. Well, Lana, hopefully I can entertain you for a little while. Oh my goodness, 6 watching on Twitch. Thank you so much. If you have not dropped a follow, I would really, really appreciate it. I'm at 33 followers, so I'm 17 away from getting monetized. Lana says, you left your Kindle at home, almost died? Oh no. I hate it when I leave my Kindle.
I forget you weren't around back then. At one point, I had more rope. I did hang myself. So no, I'm not interested in command. It's all yours.
Thanks. You think we're walking into a death trap?
This many Varl? No. We should be alright. Things could get rough, though. I don't like being the one to send Varl to their deaths. I like worrying about myself. And that's the extent of it. Who would have expected Wagner to drop like that? Couple of slag. I'm still wondering what happened. He had hundreds of dead slag to his name. I don't get it. Just happens sometimes, no big moment. I'm sure it surprised him even more than us. Although I do wonder. Nah, never mind. Anyway, I'll worry about the warriors. You worry about not doing anything stupid.
That's asking a lot. Okay. Guys, we have a giant Melisandre with horns. Actually, Luke, we haven't met her yet. She could be a human. Alright, let's see. What are you holding back about Vognir?
I'd rather not say, Haken.
Why not?
It's the kind of thing that'd get stuck to your head, and you need a clear one. It's better if you let me worry about it.
If you say so, keep it to yourself.
If there's a reason to bring it up again, I will.
Let's get back to it.
Let me know if you need anything else.
I will. Oh my goodness. Okay. Man, oh man, have to hydrate again. Let's see if anyone needs a level up from this crew. And we do. We have a couple of level ups. Okay, promote. Shield Master. We're going to confirm. Okay. Let's get him some strength and an extra action point. There we go. Okay, Warden. Promote. Yep, we're going to promote him. And let's give him an extra health and an extra armor. There we go. John, I think we know the result Luke wants and I'm here for it, LOL. Yeah. Melisandre with horns would be cool. Like I said, I've played this, like I got it on Super Sale and I've only played a couple of hours, so guys, like we're approaching new territory for me. Like I'm not sure what's gonna happen next, which is so exciting. Okay, let's go to leave. Oh my goodness, look at the detail in the map. Like, oh wow, look at the beautiful snow in the mountains.
Look at that,
Says Moger.
in the hills. More dredge. No more than a dozen, though. We could just as easily pass by as rush up there to slaughter them.
Ludin overhears. There's a dozen dredge heading towards Strand, he says. You ask him why he started to care about Strand. I don't. I thought you did. We'll deal with it ourselves. The caravan stops and waits while you lead a small detachment up the hillside to take care of the dredge. Quickly, you tell London to stay by the caravan. He folds his arms and mutters something about being treated like a child. All right, let's go. Let's go. Ready for battle. All right. Man. Okay. So, this is the dredge, Luke. Look, don't they... Crusader Chronicles earlier in the stream says they kind of look like Iron Giant. You know, from The Thing? Okay. Alright, guys, let's go. Oh, freaky, says Luke. I love it. I'm glad you're enjoying the game. This is a really cool game. And it's like an indie game too, so like I feel especially cool like, you know, playing this one. It's like, yeah, some cool developers. This was a passion project for them and it worked out. Isn't that so cool? Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Let's get them. We're taking some damage, but that's okay. Finish it. There we go. Alright. Gunelf is ready for promotion. Nice. Erica is ready for promotion. Nice. Love it. 9 renown. Alright, let's go. Man. Alright, let's see here. Hacken. You can hear London's hard-booted trot as you set up camp the first day and brace yourself. Can we speak as equals? We can try. It seems clear to me you plan to kill a lot of dredge along the way. Am I right? You're not wrong. Then listen carefully. Don't assume only Varl can fight. Do you understand me? This is my banner as we fly to Grofheim, the banner of Erebang. I insist on joining you in battle. Almost gutted in your first encounter and ready for more. Whatever you like, Prince. Ah, I expected more, well, resistance. From Vongr, maybe? They tell me you were his kender. That's why you're in charge now. Some sort of next of kin Varl thing? Don't you take on his responsibilities? In my own way. Then stop acting like I'm a thorn in your side. When you're nearly 200 years old, it's hard to take a 20-year-old man, if that's even right, seriously. You'd better start. We'll both be kings someday. That's the last thing I need to think about right now. London looks at you as though you just punched yourself in the face. He heads back to his tent before saying whatever was on his mind. Okay. Cool. On exertion. You've gotten some characters with high exertion. Don't overlook that important stack. Exertion lets you add more willpower to your actions. Want to add more than 1 star to your attack? Upgrading to 3 exertion lets you add 3 damage to every attack or move 3 spaces further than usual, if you've got the willpower for it. Remember, each stat is equally important in combat. Choose wisely. Cool. Okay, so let's talk to these guys here. You have a moment. As you approach Bercy, he lowers the book he was reading. He doesn't strike you as the book reading type. You're Bercy? You're Hacken. We've gotten that out of the way, haven't we? I've had some questions. Say what you want to say. What's a Varl doing working for London? What's a Varl doing working for another Varl? What difference does it make? It looks like you're in charge right now, so do me a favor and don't get London killed. He's important to ya? No, but that's one way to put it. Where did you learn to fight? Same way as you, by fighting. You know what I mean. I robbed well-protected merchants for at least one man's lifetime. Is that what you mean? Yeah, not anymore. I've had quite a lot of jobs. Can I trust ya? What a loaded question. Depends on what you mean. Whose back will you have if things go wrong? Assume I'm looking out for myself and you'll figure it out. Does London understand that? London doesn't even understand that half his army is here just to protect him from people he talks to. I won't keep you any longer. See you on the battlefield, O leader of Varl. You could join us. I'm where I'm meant to be. Don't forget what I said. Are you about keeping London alive? Got it? As you step away, you can't help but wonder if there was a bit of a threat behind that gravelly request. Okay. I love how I made his voice nasally, and the thing described him as gravelly. That makes me laugh. Okay. Girsa, right? She watches you approach with her head tilted back and points a thumb towards London's tent. No, here for you. Oh. Can we talk? Yrsa shakes her head no, a smile on her lips, her eyelids low. Why not? I don't. You don't talk? No. You do, though? I don't. It's about the flaming arrows. She raises an eyebrow. Varl and fire don't get along. All you get is a shrug. If you're going to use them, She pulls out an arrow. There's a flick of the wrist you don't quite catch. Suddenly, a bird combusts in the tree behind you and falls to the ground smoldering. Half the camp has turned to watch. Don't tell me what to do. You're London's bodyguard. No, he's mine. Before you have the chance to be confused, she cackles abrupt and loud and looks slightly embarrassed. You're his personal guard, though? Her expression changes to, of course. How did you end up with someone like London? Luck. She watches you expectantly. Well, this has been fun. She crosses her arms, a hand on her chin, and cocks her head to one side. Until next time, Yrsa. Hacken? You stop and look over your shoulder. I am a witch, so be careful. She puts her forefinger to her lips with a soft shh as you depart, not quite sure what to make of her or that. Dang it, says Luke. No giant Melisandre with horns? Yeah, sorry, buddy. No Melisandre with horns. Okay. So, is everyone good to watch for 30 more minutes? Because I'm not sure how long this next cutscene will take, but I'm going to do one more. More like, no, but a fire witch is cool, says John. More like fire-based arcane archer? Yeah, probably. Probably. Alright, let's leave. Let's travel to the next location, and then we'll probably be done for the night. Next stream, I'll make sure I have hot tea or something. You overhear a conversation while marching alongside the warriors. I'm happy to stop some slag as much as the next Varl, but I didn't join up to take orders from Harkin, says one. Apparently he didn't realize you were within earshot. Not willing to die from him either. Alright. Let's challenge him to a fight. Bro, the coffee just kicked in. I could go all night, lol. I kid, but I do keep weird hours. Luke says you're good? Okay. Well, hopefully this next part won't be too long. Who will you take orders? Who will you take orders from? You ask loudly. Volknir's dead. We can't decide that right now. You raise your fist. He does the same reluctantly. His best shot's not bad, but you've had a lot worse. You grab him by the horns, swing his entire massive frame through the air, and plant him to the ground. What's his name? You ask his companions. Gris? Take care of Gris, you reply. You hear them laughing at his misfortune as you wander off. Okay, cool. Some more renown. 64 days of supplies. We're looking good. A small gathering of tents come into view. Group of merchants from the look of it. You ask what they're doing here. We were camped out at the Godstone, one tells you, leaving an offering to Dengler as one does. His expression turns. Dredge start appearing from out of nowhere. Some of us stayed, though the Godstone will be safe, but damned if I know why. We've been dodging them ever since you left. Assure them the way to Strand is clear, and see them off. There we go. They thank you profusely. One stops as he passes. If you're passing by Dengler, do me a favor. My wife's brother stayed behind. You'll know him by a necklace with many rings on it. If you see him, say we came safely in Strand. You nod. After a short time, they continue on. Okay. Okay. So everything's looking good. Good morale. 63 more days of supplies. The caravan slows unexpectedly. Word travels down the line and then to Moger, who tells you, Dredge, no, we're coming. Probably saw us back at Verdfeld and did their usual lurking. Could have been bad if we plotted into them, but we saw them first. Dredge watch you. Oh no. There's a bot in Twitch. Everyone ignore the bot. I think I killed it. W's in the chat if I killed it. Okay, let's see. Dredge watch you, waiting to see what you do. When the last time you've commanded a few hundred Haken, asked Moger. Don't overthink it. The warriors can take care of themselves. War. When you come across more enemies than your party can handle, you'll engage in a war. Give your army orders to fit the situation, but be prepared to get your own hands dirty too. By making battle easier for yourself, you'll end up with higher casualties, or you can take the burden on yourself with a harder battle, but save more lives. If you're ever desperately outnumbered, it may be best to run, avoiding the battle completely. You can't ban bot or delete it on your phone, says Lana. That's weird, because you are a mod. I think I deleted it. Let me know if I did, Lana. Okay. The dredge line the battlefield, weapons drawn. A fight seems inevitable. You take a quick head count. There are at least 461 of them. You have 185 fighters and 466 Varl on your side. Okay. We are going to do formations. Give the order. You start rallying your forces and gather your allies to you, preparing to enter the fray. You still see the message? That's weird. Here. Yeah, I'm trying to delete it, but it's copying the message. Okay, guys, just ignore the bot for now. We're just gonna ignore the bot. Okay? Okay, let's see here. We have Bursey there. Yeah, okay. Promote. Yeah. Yeah, let's get more armor. Another action point. Cool. And then Warhawk. Promote. Yep. We'll give you more armor. Okay, there we go. Alright, and then we have Bursey there. Yeah. Yeah, let's see what this archer witch can do. I'm really interested to see. Okay. To war, everybody. Attack. Just do the damage, man. Okay. Uh-oh. This guy looks like trouble. Let's see. Oh no. I pressed the wrong button. Okay, wait. Okay. Okay, so let's move. Attack. Get three shield gone. Okay, let's go here. Alright. Yeah, just end. Yes, down to 7. Oh no. Okay, okay, that's fine, that's fine. Okay, move over here. See what you can do. 7. I'll take it. Get him. Nice. Okay, everybody. This archer is kind of cool. Let's do it. Finish him off. Good night, Rick. You're doing much better than me at this game, says CC. Okay. Well, have a wonderful night, CC. We're about to end, but you can catch the last couple of minutes on YouTube there. You take a moment to survey the battlefield. The enemy is being pushed back all the way down the line. Okay. Okay. Yeah. We're gonna do one more fight, everybody. We're gonna do one more fight. Okay. Attack. 2, 3. Get the shield down. Okay, there's only 2 more of them. So we should be good. Okay. Oh no, only 1 armor. Not ideal. Okay. Okay, dang it. Okay, we need to get him out right now. Okay, hold on. Wait for it. Okay, move. Yeah. Take down his shield some more. Okay, he ignored him. Okay. Focusing on the Varl. Okay, that's fine. Okay, let's see. Do it. Oh no, okay. This is fine, everybody. Everything's fine. We're totally gonna win. Okay. Yeah, finish it. Okay, don't... Oh no. Oh no. Somebody's down, guys. I don't know what that means. No one has gone down yet. Okay. Okay, hold on. Okay, let's move here. Okay, 3. Okay. 3, 4, 5. Yeah, finish it. There we go. Let's go, everybody. Yes. Okay. Nice. 15 extra renown. I love it. Alright, everybody. At the next rest, we are going to call it for the night, okay? I am getting a little bit tired. This is the longest I've streamed ever. So about 2 hours and 40 minutes about here. So thank you so much for joining me. London has been sending scouts far ahead, quicker and more nimble than your Varl. One rushes back just as you cross the hilltop out of breath. Dredge, that direction, you overhear him tell London. About a day away, they've found a village. Okay. Draw some of them forward and split them. Lana says WWW. Well, thank you, Lana. I appreciate you. Alright, you send a small group of shield bangers to get their attention. They do. Half a day later, many dredge are giving chase up the hill. In their plotting sort of way, you get ready to lay waste. Okay. Okay. Formations. Give the order. Okay. 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 There we go. Alright, who else can rank up? Siege Archer. Awesome. Okay. Yep. Alright. Yeah, let's get her health and armor for now. Okay. And you, let's promote you. Okay. Confirm. Alright, there we go. Alright, ready for battle. Let's go. The last battle of the night, everybody. Get excited. There we go. We're ready. We were born ready, everybody. Let's teach these robots a lesson. Bam! Oh my goodness. Well, I'll be. I did not expect a one-hit, almost instant KO. Oh no. Our cool archer is down, everybody. It's over. Oh no. Okay, let's go, guys. It's not over yet. Lana says, no, I don't want to. What don't you want to do, Lana? WWW, you don't want to? I'm confused, Lana. What don't you want to do? Get excited? Okay, Lana, you don't have to get excited if you don't want to. Oh, man. Oh, boy. Another man down. This has gone horribly wrong. Yeah, we are definitely gonna have to retreat after this. Oh, man. This is not going well. Okay, come on. See what you can do. 8 damage. Okay, see what you can do. 5 damage. Okay. Yeah, pull back. Okay, I need to Google how injuries work, because I really don't want that to be the death of my... Okay. Everybody, thank you so much for tuning in. I am going to call it for tonight. I was streaming for about 2 hours and 40 minutes. Thank you all. You guys are all amazing for joining me. Let's see, is anyone else playing Banner Saga to raid? That would be cool. Oh, no one else is. Let's see, is anyone playing Baldur's Gate? Okay. Yeah, let's raid this Baldur's Gate channel, everybody. Thank you so much. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you, Lana, John, Not Yet Human, everyone who joined, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your night. I'm gonna go ahead and start the raid, so if you're willing to join me, that would be awesome. Thank you so much for your time, and yes, I will be back Wednesday with the next episode. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful night, everybody.